Hey Gemini, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with your monthly message for August 2019. I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos. They're all up here on the channel for you to watch at your leisure. And we're using Morgan Greer for the message this month. And the layout here is meant to cover one card per week of the month. Certainly take the collective message as well. And I'm doing a bit of a card palooza this month. I have 4 oracle decks I have shuffled and pulled a card from. So we'll do those after the tarot cards. So let's get right into it. We have the card from the bottom of the deck for you. This is a potential theme running through the month. And you have the Empress. Well, hey. What a great card. Oh, she's all abundance, fertility. She's an amazing manifester. So the kings and queens, they rule kingdoms, queendoms, right? The emperor, the empress, they rule an empire. So she brings a truckload of experience to any situation. So this is a card reminding you to get into your own heart space, listen to your wisdom, rely on your experience, and apply that, leverage that to everything that you are facing at this time. The Empress also is quite intuitive. She connects us nicely with our intuitive gifts. So follow your heart, follow your intuition. And she's typically shown pregnant in most tarot decks. And so she brings a cycle surrounding the number 9 into focus for us. So it could be 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 minutes. You could be seeing patterns that add up to 9 or just a lot of the number 9. So do some of the numerology research for yourself and see how that relates to the events unfolding in your day-to-day world. Let's see how the Empress now connects to the rest of the reading. Your first card, potentially representing the first week of August, you have the Knight of Cups, carrying the Ace of Cups. What a beautiful card. This is an offer. And Knights convey messages between cards. So my feeling is that he's coming from the Empress. She's sent him on a mission, and you know he's going to deliver whatever message is there for you. We'll see what the next card is in your second week, but focusing on this Knight, my experience with the Knight of Cups is that he's a little bit distracted. An ADD, if you will. So he will eventually get where he's going, but he's a bit serpentine in his path, you know. He stops here, he stops there. He's on his own timeline, which can be a tad frustrating. But he does bring a message regarding love to us. And often he brings an offer, just like the Page of Cups. This is a more mature offer as well. So it's possible, Gemini, that you are receiving an offer or you are making one to a beloved at this time. I like that the energy is coming out of the Empress because you have this seriously experienced energy here. Very wise, loving, abundant, fertile energy that this Knight originates from. And where does he go? Potentially into the second week. Ooh, 6 of Swords. So it's a moving on. So it's good that this is a bit of a more mature energy in the Knight. It's not quite the King, or the Queen, but it's still more mature than the Page or anything else before it. And it's feeling good, it's feeling right. So he's moving into the 6 of Swords, which tells us that you're in some sort of a process. And you can't necessarily see the forest for the trees right now. You don't have all the answers, and you don't really know what the end result is going to be. You're holding that in your heart space at this time. So you know what you'd like it to be. You know how you would dream it, envision it, but there is some uncertainty that it will turn out that way. And it's quite possible, though, that it will turn out better than you dreamed it. So keep that in mind. The 6 of Swords is kind of a mental card. You know, the suit of swords, it's air, it's thoughts, it's our mental process. And in tarot, this is moving on from unfavorable circumstances to more favorable circumstances. You know, we're moving to a much better horizon here in this card, but there comes the energy of doubt when we see the 6 because we've left circumstances behind us that did not feel so great. We were not on solid footing. We didn't have the best of foundations to launch from. And, you know, the boat ride may be a bit rocky here. This card, though, asks us to call on our faith. So what we want to do is look back to the Empress. She has no doubt. She has no concern. She knows only that what she manifests and holds in her heart will come to pass. And it likely will come to pass better than originally visioned. So that's the message here. Remember, this knight is carrying the Ace of Cups. This is the cup that overflows with love, with goodness, and the reminder is to give from our overflow. So don't deplete ourselves here in a mental process, trying to work it all out and think of every possible angle and outcome, because once it does settle, it's not going to be anything you considered anyway, and probably it'll be better than you dreamed it. So it's far better to relax into ease, flow, and grace here like the Empress would, and just allow whatever's unfolding to unfold at its own pace, and do that in acceptance. Let's check your 3rd week of August. And here it is, the King of Cups. See, it turns out way better than you thought. So we come here with a more mature offer of love. Either we're delivering it, receiving it, or this represents circumstances that are hanging in limbo for us, okay? And we aren't quite certain how they'll shake out. But you see, the Knight delivers the Ace of Cups, to the King. And the King knows exactly what to do with that because he's all maturity and experience. And this particular King is all intuition as well. He's very grounded. He's exceptionally generous. He's very wise. He's emotionally awake, aware, and alert. So take a page out of his book and just continue to vision this as your end result. Even when you're here in the 6, feeling uncertain and doubtful, just go right to this energy and imagine yourself with anything that is unsettled, settled and behind you. Okay? Now, 4th week, we have 8 of Wands. Beautiful card. This is information incoming. This feels like the dam breaks. So whatever it is that was in limbo is now in the river and the flow, and it's coming like a waterfall for you here, Gemini. And it's wonderful. It's got the Empress and the King energy mixed in it, as well as the Ace of Cups too. So it's fantastic energy, and it's coming swiftly. And what I feel when I look at this card is the wait is over. I have my answer. I know exactly what direction I'm going in. And if you'll notice, the Empress is looking right at us, but the Knight and the King are both looking at the 8 of Wands. And even the 6 is moving in the direction of the 8 of Wands. So it's arrived. You have your answer. You know exactly where you're going and what you're doing next. And that's wonderful. So this should settle out through the month of August, whatever this is for you. Wonderful. All right, let's move on to the Oracle cards. We're going to start first with the Indigo Angel Oracle cards. I pulled a card from this deck, shuffled, and pulled a card asking simply, what do the Indigo Angels wish to share with Gemini for the month of August? And you are safe. Yeah. And my guides say, all is well. And the cards say, better than you can dream it. So that's a great message. So we'll put this horse under this Knight and let you know that you are safe and all is well and everything's turning out better than you dreamed it. The next card comes from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. For those of you who are looking for a love and romance message for the month of August, you have Back to What You Love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Ooh, well, do that in the energy of the 6 of Swords, potentially in your 2nd week of August. Reevaluate And if something's missing from the dream, the vision you have, you want to add that in right away. Manifest that. Get that into the flow. And if there's something in there that's not current or feels a little out of date, pull it out. Take the time to reevaluate so that you do co-create, manifest exactly what it is you're dreaming for. Your next card comes from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, and the question put to this deck was, what is unfolding in the now for the spiritual journey of Gemini? And you have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yeah. You know, you have the Ace of Cups showing up twice, once with a Knight, once with a King. The Ace of Cups is an overflow. It's a divine and cosmic gift of overflow, abundance, fertility, happiness, joy, you name it. It's there in that cup. And so you have infinite abundance pouring into your life. So trust this process. Whatever is in question or in doubt on that 6 is settled. It's definitely getting settled, and you have all the resources you could possibly need to see this dream come to fruition. Your last card comes from my newest Oracle deck, which I am so totally in love with right now. The artwork in this deck is just gorgeous. You turn over a card and you just want to stare at it for the longest time. It's called Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. So the question put to the deck was, what do the angels and ancestors wish to share with Gemini in the month of August? And you have Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. Definitely do that. Ignite your passions and dream through your passion. Bring that fire into your goal, dream, desire, intention, so that that is what you are manifesting with. And do that most especially when you reach the 6 of Swords point in the month for yourself. Bring your fire and your passion to it. Gemini, that's your reading for August. Again, do watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos as well. Like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Leave a comment if you're guided. Definitely check out the daily messages. There's one posted Monday through Friday of each week. And thank you for joining me for the message. Bye for now. Love, blessings, joy, and happiness.